Hey, it is day 23 of my Hypersomnia video diary. I've called this one the Adderall prescription blues. Um, the these are this is kind of like the Adderall prescription blues is kind of and it really would be the dextroamphetamine blues, I guess, in a sense. But these are what I call a point in the month where things just start to feel blah. Um, and I don't mean that. Well, I guess let me explain. There's several reasons why I say it feels kind of blah. My tolerance is nearly peaking around this point, and I'll get the exact number. Actually, I have my prescriptions here. So these were filled. Let's see. These were filled on the 16th of October. Today is, well, technically this would be for the 2nd of November. So that's 15 days to get to the 31st. And then 3 more, 18. Yep, so we're around the 18-day marker right now. So my tolerance is nearly peaking at this point, which means there's a direct result uh, as a the direct result of that is a fast reduction in the remaining meds, because I know that because I know that my 20 to 24 days of being normally awake are coming to an end. I can't help but feel this overwhelming dark cloud approaching, and that dark cloud brings, like, the dark cloud is just the overwhelming desire to sleep, basically. And it's kind of like you see it like a storm coming up on the horizon. That's a little bit of what it feels like. Third, just knowing that in roughly a week I'm going to basically lose myself for another 7 days or so is kind of just utterly sad. So those would be the emotional aspects, I guess, I would be feeling at this point. Just knowing that I'm going to be tired and not as there, and there's a sense of guilt that comes with that. So as I mentioned in the description, today's session is specifically an update on day 23. So I'm going to go, I just kind of talked about where my mental state is, and then now it's an inventory check. Before I do that, I want to go over briefly, for those of you who are maybe watching for the first time, or or you don't remember, two things. So one is tolerance. I've been taking amphetamines, and specifically Adderall for the last, well, amphetamines for 20 years, specifically Adderall for the last 7. Because of that, inevitably my body's built up a tolerance to the medication. So I have to every month take what is technically called a drug holiday, and it's not that you take more; it's actually that you take none, and that's to reset your tolerance, and to just make sure that you're feeling okay and stuff. Because at this point, progressively, my tolerance and my brain are wanting more, in a sense, of the chemical. So what's happened, in this last week has been a a increase in dosing, to maintain the same level of awakeness. And again, this isn't to don't like, in for 1 second, like, misinterpret this. This is no way to feel speedy, or the effects of, like, what people say amphetamines are, speed or high or whatever. This is to seriously just be awake. So All right, let me get to it here. So I got them down here. I'm not gonna hold up the bottles and stuff really, but you know what those are. So of the instant release Adderall, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So 5 left out of 60. So that means 55 in 18 days. So I was supposed to take 2, so it should be at 36 right now. So right there you can see that 20 more or so were taken to offset the effect of the tolerance. In terms of my extended release, let's see. These I don't think I had to take any extra of these, but let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So there's exactly there's the full correct amount of these left. So I would just like to note, while I'm talking about tolerance and increases in dosage and things like that, I as an update, in the last video I mentioned that I was taking my daughter to school this morning, and that I'd have to get up very early at 7 or 7:20, and I had set my 4 alarms, and I woke up on the third one this morning, so I woke up at like right at 7:20 or something, and then I got up. I felt fine. I felt like the Adderall time release from the day prior had woken me up properly, along with the alarm, and I didn't feel the need to take any right there in the morning. So I felt as though I was awake enough, and so I got my daughter to school, got home, and so got her to school. Woke up around 7:20, got home around 8:45 or 9 o'clock, and that's when I was starting to feel really, really tired. So I took one of my time release and one of the 30 milligram, and then an hour later I fell asleep for 2 hours. I didn't feel like those woke me up at all, and I just felt I was a little bit bummed today because I know what that means when they're really not working like that. That it's coming up to the point where I'm gonna have to take that break soon, and I think that it's day 18 of taking my prescription, but day 23 of the diary. I think that being at day 18, I will probably make it to day 24 or so, but that's probably the best that I'm going to do. So let's see. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now with that. I don't think I have anything else to update or report on tonight. Just that it kind of blows that I know what's coming up, and so you're probably wondering now. There's 12 time released and 5 instant release. So how will I balance those out? Probably what'll happen is tomorrow I'll take 1 time released and 2 of the instant release, and then the next day I'll probably have to take 1 of the time released and then the remaining 3 of the instant release, and then from there it'll be 2 time release a day or potentially 3 depending on if I'm extremely tired, or and then that'll just go until it goes basically. So I'll probably take 2 or 3 again max until those are gone, and right now there's only 12, so that's 5 days of 2 and 5 days is of 2, and 2 of those days can be 3 or something. I don't know. It's such a science, like to actually keep myself awake. So that's where I'm gonna stop today. Another not too long video here, but I am looking into doing the kind of challenge, in a sense, where one day maybe I focus my foods on sodium bicarbonate rich foods, and because that's supposed to prolong the life of Adderall, or and then another day I'll focus my diet on ascorbic acid base foods, which are foods rich in vitamin C, and that's supposed to reduce the level, which maybe I don't want to do that one, because now that I'm at the end here, getting close to the end of the prescription, it's probably better not for me to be doing things to reduce the longevity of it, because right now it's all about maintaining longevity. So I can definitely test it out with the sodium bicarbonate and base products and see what that does. Okay, that'll be coming up soon, maybe in another day or two. But thanks again for watching. Hope you found this informative. Feel free to ask questions, post comments. Again, thanks.